Morning, guys. As promised, I'm going to start doing these videos. The morning analysis on videos. Bear with me because I'm not the best at these at the moment, so it's going to take a bit of practice to get used to. But hopefully, it'll be a bit quicker than writing it all down and looking at charts through a screenshot. So what's going to be featured on this videos is going to be the analysis of the daily bars for the products I trade, for the hour one breakout system, which you can see up here is EU, GU, UJ, GJ, EJ, AU, UCEA, gold, and the FTSE. The system has some predetermined rules. So although I like to look at the price action on the daily chart, we don't trade price action here at the Boring Trader. We trade our systems, but it's always good to have an idea of where you think the where you think the markets are going to go, and then from there you can see if you're right or wrong. So hopefully this will be useful to some people. If you go to the website, there's plenty of information and blogs on there, www.theboringtrader.com. You can also search Twitter for hashtag H1BO, and you'll be able to see our tweets for this hour one breakout system, which have been going back for a few months now. So check that out. How often will I be uploading these videos? Well, I'll try and do 2 or 3 a week, depending on how many views or subscribers we get to the YouTube channel. If you want to visit our YouTube channel, I'll post a link on. There's a link on our website. So please subscribe if you get the chance. Anyway, onto the euro dollar. As you can see, we are in a shallow descending trend channel, if you want to call it that way. There's pretty much a sideways range from 116.10 to 120. But it's a 400 pip range, so there's plenty of opportunity if you're trading the hour one charts. Overall, we're still in this big uptrend. So this sideways consolidation is pretty normal, but I really expect a breakout soon. As we go along the other dollar pairs, you'll see that they all look pretty much primed for a break, to continue the trend if we get some more dollar weakness. If you look for little clues like I like to do, this 2-bar bearish engulfing pattern didn't attract many sellers after touching this trend channel top. You would have expected it to maybe come down and test these 2 lows, but in fact we weren't able to do that and we reversed higher. So I think a close above 119, above this November 10 high, we might see a move towards 1.2 and then even a break above that, for a big breakout higher on the euro dollar. Again, if you zoom out a little bit, even on the monthly, you can see that there's this big trend, or even this one, this big trend line that we've broken out from in somewhere like June or something. We came back, tested the breakout area, and a close above 1.2 could move this pair up towards 1.25. So all looking a bit bullish for the euro dollar. Right, onwards to cable. Let's start with the monthly chart on cable, actually, even though it's pretty far away from the hour one charts, which I trade, but you can see this overall picture that this has not, like EU, has already broken out of this trend line. GU is yet to test it. We got close a few months ago, but now we're almost there. And like I think 1.35 would be the area that we should see the bears step in if they want to keep GU below this trend line. Also, this has put in a kind of triple bottom now, and this long-term downtrend looks like it could be in the process of changing soon. If we can get above that trend line, we will also be making a new high after all of these lower highs. So if GU can close above 1.35 and put in a new high, then potentially we could see some bullish momentum come in the next 2021. So anyway, it's a bit too far to look out on. So let's look at the daily, see if we could see anything at the moment. 1.3175 seems to be an important area. It acted as resistance a few times in July and also support in August. And then once we broke below it, it's acted as resistance a few times before. Last week we didn't even test it, and the market's been moving higher this week since. So keep your eye on 1.35. That's going to be an important area for the bears, I think. And let's see what happens if we get there in the next couple of weeks, which I think we'll be there before the year's done. Onto UY. Like I said, with these dollar pairs, they all seem to be primed for a breakout. If you look at the weekly chart on euro, dollar yen, sorry, you can see that we're putting in some big lower highs here and also some lower lows recently. I thought that we would have tested 101 by now. Yeah, I thought we would have tested 101 by now if I just scroll out a little bit. No. See, I told you I wouldn't be very good at these videos. Yeah, after we broke through these lows, I expected that we would then crash and go and test 101. We didn't. Bulls stepped in, they drove higher, and actually this break was a false breakout, which is what's quite strange to me of this is that after a false breakout like this, you would expect that this trend line would have been broken and they would have tried the other way. But the bulls weren't able to do that, and in fact they were overpowered, and we closed back inside this descending trade channel, which is turning into a bit of a wedge. Whether it's going to carry on like that for the rest of the year, I'm not sure. But if we can, I think a close below this 103 handle, then I think 101 is going to get tested. If we can't do that again, then how long is this going to stay in this trend channel for? It could stay in there forever, of course, but it's got to make a decision soon. And I think 101 is going to be first. But like I said, we don't trade price action, we trade systems, but I'm just putting ideas out there. Let me know what you think. Right, GJ. GJ is a bit of a tricky pair at the moment. It seems that all eyes are on the dollar, but what seems to be true is that this 137.90 area seems to be a pretty important level as support or resistance in the past. We kind of traded in a range around it last week. Now we seem to be breaking for a push higher. So I have a look at 140, a break and a close above there, and we could see a push towards this trend line on. If you zoom out onto the weekly, you'll be able to see what I mean. Similar to GU, this big trend line. So a close above there would suggest that we're going to go and test that trend line. If we don't, and we see a close below this 137.90 area, then expect that we go and test this trend line that's been respected as support a few times this year. So keep your eye on those things in GY. EY is a bit of a mess. I think a lot of everyone's there's been a lot of dollar movement. So when you get these cross pairs with the dollar, like euro and the yen, then it can be a bit of a mess on the daily chart. On our one, it hasn't been so bad. In fact, these are some of our best pairs, GY and EY, on the 1 hour breakout system. So levels to keep an eye on here is pretty obvious. These 1.2445 has been respected as support in the past. Also acted as resistance a few times. And also if we step above that, we've got a triple top here that could act as a magnet if we see momentum to continue upwards. We also have this level here, which is 1.23, big round number, to keep your eye on, which has served as support and also resistance in the past. So there's a lot of these horizontal levels that the markets like to respect, and especially big round numbers. They play a huge role in the yen pairs, particularly in dollar yen. If you've been following the analysis before I started these videos, I used to make that a big thing, that the big round numbers are something that you should follow. Right, Aussie dollar. Let's have a quick look at the daily chart. This is a big uptrend this year as we see the US dollar weakness. We've traded sideways since July, but there has been this trend channel which I had my eye on, and I called the breakout in it after this this reaction of big round number 0.70. Now, this is pretty important because there was a minute false breakout just below 570, and once we closed above with this pretty nice bullish candle, this breakout looked like it was going to happen, and eventually we got there. Now, like I said in the euro dollar analysis, like all these dollar pairs just look prime for breakout should we see further US dollar weakness. And 74 0.74 on the AU is no different. And I think a close above that and we could see an extension higher and a move up and a continue this uptrend. Lately, you can see that there's really little volatility here, and volumes have been drying up. So it's really not a good period for trading at the moment. Everything's kind of messy. I'll quickly do the US CAD, but market's open now, and I should be getting my trade orders on. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave it there because I need to start trading. But hopefully the next video won't be as so bad as this, and I'll upload it and let me know what you think. Anyway, all the best, guys. Good luck trading today.